The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back. Welcome back. It's another Monday. It's another mind transformational, mind motivational, get your life right Monday. I am in the building. It's your girl, Mrs. Bell. I am sitting here with a dynamic guest, guys. I have my sister. I finally got her in the building, y'all. Been seeing her the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, I'm going to get you to the visionary boardroom. We're going to get you in this table, and we're going to talk about these wonderful products and services that she have. Guys, welcome Miss Tiffany Renee to the table. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Baby, let me tell y'all, she walked in here with her purple on today, y'all. I said purple for the royalty. Come on in, sis, and give us some royalty on the day. How you feeling, sis?
Oh, wow. Excited. I'm excited today.
You excited today?
I am.
Okay.
This is new. I like it.
You like it? This is new. I like it. Okay.
It's intimate, though.
It's intimate?
Very intimate.
Okay, good. I wanted her to feel comfortable because when I asked her to come on, she was like, I don't know about all that. But I was just like, come on, you can come on and join us. And it's look, trust me, I'm going to talk to you like I normally do when I see you. We're going to have a good time and we're just really going to rock out. But I thank you for coming to the Visionary Boardroom on today. Tiffany, I like to resonate with everybody so people know where my guests are from. What side of town you from?
I am originally from the west side of Chicago.
What side? Throwing up the devil? And Tiffany, what high school did you go to?
I went to Harlan High School. I grew up a little while on the south side of Chicago.
Okay.
I went to Harlan High School.
See, Harlan, I know what it is, baby. I didn't stump through streets over there on Michigan, baby.
Yes.
So Harlan High School. Okay. So I like for everybody to know because, you know, they come in here and people try to go to war on what high schools they went to and all these things. So my sister went to Harlan so we can resonate because, you know, that Kenwood, they be showing out. That Kenwood and High Park when they come in here.
You know, they're a big school.
Yes, they are. They are. And they still doing wonderful things, guys.
Absolutely.
But welcome back to another segment, guys, where I am sitting very comfortably in the Visionary Boardroom where only like-minded individuals can sit at this table. And I thank you guys for joining us, guys, on WVTC TV Network, WVTC Gospel Radio Station. I'm just making sure everybody can check in comfortably this morning. I see my mom is checking in. Good morning, Mom. How are you today? I thank you for checking in on Facebook. Who else do I have? Any other people? If you are checking in on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. You're watching on Instagram. I love you guys. We are back in the building. We have a dynamic segment. We are going to talk about a few products and services that she offers and what she have here to help us out, guys. But we are in the month of April. And so we are in the second quarter, which means you still have some time. You still have some time to get yourself together. You still have some time to hit that stop button, to hit that snooze button and get back on track if you fell off. Because lots of us, we like to create goals in the beginning of the year. We like to say we got resolutions and things. But how often do we follow them all the way through? You know, so whether it's personally, whether it's, work-related goals, I just want to know where we at in the process. Good morning, Sylvia Coleman. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. But if you have started out, because my pastor always said all the time, let me give a shout out to St. John Missionary Baptist Church, where my pastor's Pastor A. Edward Davis Jr., where everybody is somebody. But my pastor said, you know, all the time, it is not how we start, it's how we finish.
Absolutely.
And so if you have started out strong, but you have not finished and you have not met that first quarter goal, it's okay. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace to hit the stop button and restart again. You want to add something to that, Tiffany? You look like you want to say something.
Well, I was just thinking how relevant that was.
Okay.
You know, and sometimes you have to push your stop and start button on a daily basis.
You said you better say that. You said on a daily basis.
Because we're in trying times right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And everything is so stressful.
Okay.
You know, sometimes we beat ourselves up for not meeting the mark, for not even setting goals.
Okay.
You know?
For not even setting goals. You're right. You're right. So
don't be too hard on yourself. Just stop and restart again.
Stop and restart. And then often too, if you stopped, it's okay, but be careful with who you sharing your stopping and your pause moments with.
Wow.
You know, because sometimes some people ask you, so girl, how you doing on that project you was working on? And right, you do one of them, well, girl, I kind of fell off and maybe I knew it. I knew you wasn't going to go far. What you doing now, babe? See, I told you you could do, so you have to be careful along the journey with who you sharing your journey marks with.
So for me,
Mm-hmm.
I like to go within.
Okay.
I'm one of them people that I'm a heavy thinker.
Okay.
So I'm always thinking.
Okay.
I'm just smiling. I might be nodding my head, but I'm thinking.
You thinking,
I'm thinking, and life has really shown me that what you said was true. Right?
Mhm.
You can't share your dreams. I had a lot of dreams, and the moment I started sharing them, people was like, "Oh no, I can't do that thing." So I learned to let that desire resonate within me.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
And sometimes that takes prayer, meditation, and consistency, because we always want to tell somebody something that we thought about. And I learned every time you just hold it, just take it, hold it with yourself for a while and just give life to it while you're holding it.
Okay.
You have to do that.
So she said hold it for a while. With me, I think I'm kind of the same way. I let it resonate in my mind, but I get my journal book and I write it down. Right. And I write out what it looks like, kind of sort of what it is. And then some days I just walk into it. I just come on here and start talking and be like, it's therapeutic. If I say it out my mouth, then I know I'm gonna do it. Because you open up your mouth and you just said it.
That's true.
And saying it is declaring, so the declare, say it, and decree to write it. So sometimes it's not just to say it. So like you say, you have it in your head, you let it sit and marinate. Girl, write that thing out. And when you write it out, put it in front of you.
Okay.
That's the affirmation right there. So when it stay in front of you, it's going to, right. Because the more you read it, the more you start saying it, the more you start believing it.
You done gave me something. Write it out.
Write it out. So that's what we do, guys. So write that thing out. What did you say, Mom? Mom said, yes, we do have to be careful about what we're doing and saying. Yes, because we know that life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Listen to wisdom. Thanks, Mom.
Love it. Yes, we know that life and death is in the power of the tongue. And oftentimes we speak negativity. We speak a bankruptcy in our life before we know it. We do. We speak it before we even know it. So I'm so happy to say that, because somebody spoke life into my sister. Somebody spoke life into her journey. And yeah, she is the CEO of Custom Whip Shay. And she talked about it. And when we walked into the station this morning, y'all, my engineer is Dr. Reverend Morris. Y'all know Reverend Franklin Morris is my engineer. And Rev said, how did you get started? And she started talking about it. And somebody said, so what you doing? Hey, so gifts. Cultivate your gifts, guys. But again, we don't even know. Sometimes we don't know what our purpose is. We don't know what our gifts are, guys. And truly on today, I have walked around. Latrice Dixon, thank you for checking in, y'all. I got some people checking in, and let me take a moment and thank them.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes, Latrice Dixon said, this reminds me of Joseph in the Bible. How he told his dreams, jealous brothers, and so many trials and tribulations, but God. The dream came into fruition. Yes, my sister. Thank you, Latrice, guys. That's one of my media sisters. I appreciate her for checking in there. Also, Mom said, she said, you're welcome, Tiffany. And then I also have, he said, my brother in there, Corey Williams. Good morning, Teresa. Teresa Needham. That is one of the greatest supporters of mine. Teresa, I appreciate her so much. Also, Corey is in there. Corey, you can check my brother out. He is on as well, solutionsradio.com. So
Good morning, Corey.
So I thank you for checking in, Corey, as well. And Latrice, I thank you all for checking in. That's my media family, y'all, here at WVTC. We got some great other podcast shows I need you guys to watch and follow. But as I was saying, you be careful about who you spending that time with and who you're passing that information to. But a lot of us don't know. We don't know what our purpose is. We're lacking in our purpose. We don't know what our gift is. We're lacking in our gifts. We're bankrupt in our visions. We're bankrupt in, in our desires. We're handicapped in our thoughts. And actually, a lot of us, we're handcuffed in our dreams. And the reason why is because we're letting other situations, people hold us back. And if you're one of those people that don't know what you're passionate about or don't know what your purpose is, that's the time to sit down and just start doing some self-reflecting. You know, when you get into the word with God, he'll direct you, he'll navigate you, because a lot of us got gifts, and sometimes people point them out to us like, oh, Tiffany, you good at this, you good at that. You're like, I might be good at it, but that ain't what I want to do.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, and so your purpose is oftentimes, your purpose is not about Facebook. I say it all the time, greatness does not come from likes, tweets, and followers. So if that's what you be waiting on, if you waiting on them to clap, you waiting on Facebook for you to post, and you still sitting back waiting if you should push that product or you should push that service based off that little bit of what you gave them. If you waiting on that, you will perish. You will not go far. You're going to stay bankrupt in your dreams, in your mind, and your visions, because Facebook, baby, will turn on you
in an instant.
In an instant. That Instagram, those are just followers. That's not necessarily the customer. That's not necessarily the client. You know, that's what I mean. So we following the wrong people and places and things. So last week, y'all know, if y'all listening to me, give me some likes, some thumbs up. If you remember, I said last week about organic relationships.
I like that.
What you think about that, Tiffany?
What's the word? Altruistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Okay.
You know, unfiltered.
And it's not, so we don't gain things organically anymore because we like algorithms.
Yeah.
We like influence. We like numbers and data, but is that really true? Is that the true information? Is that the true followers? Is that the true supporters? You know, just organic mean, you know, so if you got people lined up around the corner and purchasing your products and services, you know, and they coming. Are they coming for the hotness, or are they coming? Because, you know, sometimes people just want to shop with you because it's a trend and say they went over there.
Right.
You know, but do they really, really appreciate what you have? And are they return customers? Because just because you got a one-time hottie-dottie don't mean that it's going to be forever. Because, you know, you might blow up like that. But the faster you go up, the faster you fall. Y'all know, y'all done seen people do it. Pastors,
that is true.
Singers. So let me tell y'all something. So the followers sometimes negate how far you go.
That's absolutely true.
I was talking to I wasn't talking, y'all. I was listening. Let me be honest. I was listening to my brother, Felony Davis. He is the, you know, lead singer, Public Announcement. And so I was following Fel. That's my boy. We cool. And he was talking to his daughter, Dear the Duchess. She sing, y'all. I had on my show. Yes, both of them. They done been on. And he was asking her, does followers really dictate how well people go in the industry?
Okay.
Like, you know, entertainers. Because, you know, you can be up today and be doing really well and not even say the wrong thing. Just make a comment that people don't like. You make that one comment and it could take your whole career just that quickly. Just by that wrong comment. So does that mean, and I know I'm gonna have my second engineer, my second engineer just walked in the building, y'all, Caleb. And I know Caleb gonna chime in on this because he always chime in and give me things to think about because he comes from that, you know, different millennium perspective. Yeah. But I just want to know, do you all think that followers can make or break your product or services?
You'd have to ask somebody to have a whole lot of followers. I don't, but I have a nice amount of return customers.
Okay.
Organic.
There you
customer
go.
Based.
Okay.
That helps me to
thrive.
Keep a bill paid.
Okay, but so does that mean more to you to have organically customer built base coming back, really appreciating your products and services versus you jumping out there and you got an influencer? Because the influencer could be talking about the product and service, and we was about to get to what this is in these containers, y'all, because this right here is $1 million worth, billion dollars. But
we're gonna speak that into an existence.
Yes, we are. But you can have an influencer come in and
absolutely
and do that for you.
So funny you would bring that up.
And I'm waiting on Caleb to give me an answer. I'm trying to see, did I look up there? Did Caleb say something yet? Okay, he has not said. So that means he letting it marinate for a minute. But go ahead. Sis.
Funny you would say that because I was listening to Ariana Lennox.
Okay.
Who's my favorite girl. I like her. She's saucy. I like her.
Okay.
She made Chocolate Pomegranate, right?
Mm-hmm.
You heard of the song?
Uh-huh.
Caleb probably know it too. So it's really nice, right?
Okay.
So with my creative thinking, that name, I could do something with that.
Okay.
And so I created a butter.
Okay.
It's called chocolate pomegranate. I'm gonna show it to you.
Okay.
Next time we meet. And it just it sits.
It sits. Wow.
But I sent it to her.
Okay.
I sent it to her via email and told her about it, and I didn't hear anything, of course. But
that's okay. Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Let's get.
So, but see how you said that's an influence.
It's the influence, and you thought that it would. But
it still might.
It might, right? But at that moment, instantly, it's like, okay, well, I'll make one up because it's the hottest thing. But it was sitting.
Yeah,
it's sitting. So let me see what Caleb said. What did Caleb say? Caleb said it's a part of the game. People on social media post their thoughts. You need to learn how to manage and maintain them in the same way you do the money, food, relationships. Followers are people with their own thoughts and opinions engaging with your content. Okay.
Not bad at.
I will take you right. And oftentimes he did say some things. It's their thoughts.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily are meant to be the person, the customer, but they will change your business sometimes with them thoughts and them comments if you read into them.
Yeah.
If you read into them. So on this side of time, what I'm saying is you have to really be courageous and know who you are.
Absolutely.
In this walk.
I agree.
In this journey. You can't be meek. You can't be mild as an entrepreneur.
You gotta have thick skin.
You have to have thick skin, especially if you're going to promote or do any of these things. So just in life, and I think sometimes it's not even just as an entrepreneur, life in general, you got to have thick skin. You got to stay courageous. Sometimes you got to stay in beast mode on this journey, depending on what you coming up across. Yeah. So my sister, let's talk a little bit. Let me let you know what we got at the table, guys. Again, she is the CEO of this ultimate product, guys. And I love it so much. I came in here with bare arms today because I wanted to try some of it on. But my sister has that whip shea butter, guys. And right here we got. Okay, so tell me, Tiffany, tell me what we got at the table. Tell me about the 4 things we got sitting here on the table, y'all. And I'm gonna let her tell.
So first, it only makes sense to do it this way. This one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Okay, yeah.
It's called brown sugar vanilla.
Okay.
It's whipped. It says whipped body butter. It's called the first edition, right?
Okay.
When it says the first edition. This is the very first scent that I created on a customized level. This is the reason why I brought this in, because it's not something name brand like this one right here, which will be the Polo Blue.
Okay.
Right? Blue. And it's actually the blue gold. This is called the gold blend.
Okay.
So this, in reference to that, this is a customized fragrance.
Okay.
And this is the name brand fragrance.
Okay, the name brand and the customized. Okay.
Right.
So for people that are at home, because I know we see these in the stores, we see shea butter all the time. What started you off into getting into shea butter?
Oh, long story. So
she gonna give us the clip note version. She gonna give us the clip note version.
Used up my significant other's butter that we have bought from the African festival, which was it's called cocoa mango. It's really nice.
Okay.
Multi-sexual.
Okay.
Just,
okay.
Any men love it.
Okay.
So men and women wear it.
Okay.
It's unisex. And I used it all. So he had like a little corner left of the oil. And so I called myself putting it back. I'm mixing it up. I put it back. See, like that hue around something, that little dark going on sometimes. Anything you might have dark. Turmeric inside out, because I eat it too. Those smoothies I make. Inside out, it helps to make the skin glow. Inflammation. It helps clean up inflammation that's in the skin. Something I really love about it. So when you eat it, it still does the body good. Okay. But when you put it on the skin, anything that you have that might be dark in coloration, it helps to even out the tone.
So turmeric is healthy.
Yes, very much so. And it's really good to eat. And you can put it on the skin.
So I have used it to put inside of certain dishes, drinks and things of that nature. But I didn't know, because you see those commercials that say you use turmeric for this. I didn't know, body wise. But okay, so I can get some of that black. So
yeah, to be continued.
I know. Right? So with kids with acne, what do you recommend? Do you recommend black soap? Not just kids, but adults too.
I do recommend black soap. Okay. So what happened? Long short story. Okay. I was at a festival. Another year, I'm always at the festival.
Okay.
I got things from the festival. So look, the festival has really educated me. So it's a sister. She was so beautiful. She was tall like me. She was stout. She had on her long, pretty dress. And this lady's skin was flawless. I'm so nosy about beauty, right?
Oh, okay. You're inquisitive.
So pretty. I told you so pretty. I said, "What do you use to your skin?" Black soap. I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah." And ever since then, and that's been like almost 10 years now. And so I've been consistency. She can understand consistency. We try something. Oh, that didn't work. You have to be consistent.
Right. You have. We're back. We apologize for that. We were experiencing technical difficulties, guys, but we are back. The devil is a lie, and we're back on sound. We appreciate you guys for letting us know that. But that's what happens sometimes when you have technology behind there. But over here, we're good to go. So my sister was talking again about the shea butter, and we're talking about the turmeric type, and we were talking about the black soap. So I appreciate Tiffany Renee for being in the building, guys. She is the curator of what it is that's in front of us. These three products. We have the brown, we have the brown sugar vanilla whipped body butter, and then we have the polo blue, guys, and then we also have a hair product. So she was giving us the benefits of what the turmeric is for. So since we're gonna walk back over in case our viewers didn't hear you, but you said you have different types of the black soap and the benefits of it.
All just with essential oils.
Okay.
But I love Manuka honey with black soap because traditionally they don't do anything to the black soap. They just mold it. Right?
Okay.
And it's just flat black soap, which is still good.
Okay.
But some of us here, especially in where we at, our skin suffer a lot more than most places where it's a lot of good sun.
Okay. Right? And because of the weather, so the winter weathers, all those
things.
Okay.
Right? Elements in food, what have you, right?
Oh,
so here's the thing. Manuka honey is very soothing to the skin. And it's very moisturizing.
Okay.
It feels so good on top of the skin.
Okay.
It really does. And it's good to eat as well too.
Okay.
So like anything you can eat, you should be able to put it on your skin. That's the thing too.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I love adding that honey to it. My customers love it. I have a guy, Booker T. He calls me, "Sis, I need some soap. I ain't seen you in a while. My skin is hurting."
Oh.
He said, "Hey, I need some soap."
So after a while,
yeah, it hurt, because he has really bad eczema. And so what that black soap does is help to maintain, what is ailing the skin.
Okay. Okay.
Especially when you don't eat like you should eat, because you can combat eczema with eating different foods. Stop eating different foods.
Okay.
Inflammation. That's how eczema is. It's inflammation on the skin.
Wow. Wow. So, guys, again, on My Vision, My Journey, we're going to come to inspire, engage, empower, raise awareness, educate, and mentor you guys so that we all can be at a better journey than what we're currently on. So right now, my sister just gave us some tools, guys, that's very helpful. Where can they follow you to receive? Because I know I got some interested people. Some of my followers be right away. I know mama probably like, bring some home now, auntie. Now. But where can people follow you and how can they purchase these products from you, sis?
So I'm social media based. I love my social media.
Okay.
And I do it by way of introducing a product. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. It has been my go-to. Even though we know they will kick us out the moment we say something that they don't like.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't say nothing. I just post. Right. So I am at Facebook. That is Tiffany Renee Riley on Facebook. Or you could follow me on Instagram.
Wait, so that's Tiffany Renee.
Tiffany
Renee.
RENEE RILEY. That's Facebook.
I just want to make sure you guys get that right.
And IG, which is CUTIE.
So IG. Okay, so we're going to get that up there for you guys really quickly. 1 second.
CUTIEY PIETIFF. And that links you to my Instagram page.
Okay. So that is Cutie Pie Tiff. We thank you for that. And then it's Tiffany Renee Riley on Facebook.
Yes.
So you guys can go on there. You can message her, tell her you saw her on My Vision, My Journey,
Please.
WVTC TV network, and that you want to get your products and services from her immediately. But then you can also check her out in person on Thursdays.
Yes. Yes.
On
Absolutely.
Thursdays. My sister can be reached. She can be seen, guys, at 1515 East 154th Street, guys. That is Nobles Entertainment. That is Nobles, guys, the old former Dorchester. She is there every Thursday from 7 to 9 with her vendor table, guys. You can meet her at the pop-up and she will have a plethora of things at the table.
Actually, that is from 6 a.m. to 11.
Oh.
I'm there.
Oh, 6 p.m. to 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. 7 to 9 is there. She's from 6 to 11. So guys, you can stop by there 6 to 11 and you can purchase it. You can actually, yes, you can support her. Come on out. But she also have she has the black soap there. And then she has that sea moss.
Yes.
We didn't even talk about the sea moss.
No, we didn't talk about the sea moss. Y'all love that. Everybody love those sea moss smoothies.
So she has the sea moss smoothies.
Vegan. Please believe that. No sugar. No sugar. Vegan.
So, guys, I love Tiffany so much. She has so many wonderful things for not only just our skin, but for our healthy guts. So, and our hair. So, skin, hair, and your healthy gut stomach. Yeah. So, that sea moss smoothie could actually be for your internal. She has over here, we got for your hair, we got the shea butter for your hair over here, guys. And it has so many excellent natural products in it that I'm gonna let you guys talk to her, especially offline. So guys, you have to make sure you check her out. Tiffany Renee, I appreciate you, honey. I thank you for coming on because we don't take care of ourselves.
No, it's a busy life.
It's a busy life, but in the summer, putting on shea butter versus
winter can be grueling too.
Winter and summer.
So
that baby oil, what does that baby oil actually do when you put it on? It just come on and look at her face.
You need to be That's the first thing I said, baby oil.
Right, because we don't know, sis. We don't know.
That's mineral oil. What is mineral oil? To be continued, part 2. What is mineral oil?
To be continued, part 2, to make you come back. So they said, oh, how much is the sea moss? They want to know how much is the sea moss.
We have sea moss in the jars for $25. That's a 16-ounce jar. I do mini jars, actually. And if you come and message me, we could talk a little bit more about that. But then I have the smoothie pouches that I do for on the go.
Yeah.
Right? It's cute. Like, have fun, you be refreshed, and you have your nourishment. Because sometimes we don't eat like we're supposed to. Maybe you missed a meal. Those are $7.
Okay. And then the shea butters?
They range. I have many ones too. Range from anywhere from $5 to $25.
Okay. And guys, this a size like this, it lasts you about how long, sis?
If you're doing it every day, maybe a month.
Okay, 30 days. So
Yeah,
30 days, guys, for that cost is
or
not
more,
bad. Or
you know,
more.
depends on
Right.
the body.
Depend on how your body too.
Yeah.
And how much you really need, because every skin, soaks up this differently. But you don't need a large amount, and you guys know that. But I think after a while, once your body get used to something, it becomes right. You don't probably need to use as much.
Let me tell you what my doctor told me, because you know how you get old, different things start popping up. I had a little dermatitis on the skin. She's like, don't you make shea butter? I looked at her and I rolled my eyes. Right. So she said, put it on when you wet. She's because the water locks it in. So everybody should be moisturizing the body like immediately after a bath or shower.
Okay. So another educational tip right
and
there.
And that dermatitis went away.
It went away. Okay. Guys, I need you guys to follow my sister right now. Get to that Facebook page, get to that Instagram page, and follow her, guys, and buy black.
Yes,
buy black. We be in beauty supply stores and we be looking all over information. I don't even know if them products come from us.
I know my black pants did.
Yes, I told you. I think I'm here with her purple on today. But seriously, we don't take the time to Google the information to really find out if these things is really good for our bodies, and then we come away with all kind of cancer and things because we don't know, and we don't take the time, or we just following the next big whatever's out there. But my sister came in with some educational information. Guys, please make sure you follow her, or you can see her on Thursday, because I'd be there on Thursdays and I'm like, what you got for me? But I appreciate her coming on in the segment, guys. She is still going. Look at that. Again, there is no makeup, y'all. That is all natural, because black don't crack.
For makeup. Goodness, I don't have time for makeup.
She don't have time, because black don't crack, y'all. We look good. But I thank you all for joining us. Before we get ready to get out of here, guys, I just want to leave you all with a little something, because we're missing the boat sometimes. We're conditioned of not being free because strongly influenced by something or someone. So I asked you earlier, what's holding you back from your next? Galatians 5:1 says, it is freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by the yoke or slavery. What and who is influencing you, keeping you from being free? Stop letting other people influence your next journey. You're listening and eating off the wrong tables. God has sustained you and have called you to work in your gifts, but you're in bondage. You're allowing the influence of the wrong thoughts to keep you from your purpose. Don't tear somebody down to make yourself look good. Luke 9:57 says, as they were walking along the road, a man said to him, I will follow you wherever you go. God will open a door, but when he closed the door, don't go back and try to reopen it. So God, again, on your journey, make sure you get around the right tables. Make sure you sharing the information with the right people. Don't allow somebody to let your pause moment be eternal pause. Don't let nobody influence your stop button to be an eternal stop where you don't have a one-way sign and turn around and go back the other way. So guys, on the journey, make sure that you get around like-minded individuals. Make sure you research who is in your camp. Make sure you let your yeses be yeses and your no's be no's. Use your intuitions, discernments every day, guys. Every day on this journey, guys. I love you all. I thank the man above for allowing me to be who I am 24/7, 365. I thank my parents who have laid this strong foundation. And I thank all of you all that join in and listen on every Monday organically. Continue to be authentically you guys. And when you have an opportunity to share your blessings and somebody turn around and say you bragging, that ain't the right table you need to be at. I thank you, Tiffany Renee, for coming to this table. I thank you so much for educating us about the butters this day, about the soap, guys, even about certain things such as turmeric. I appreciate you, but this ain't gonna be the first time. She's gonna be back at the table talking about that healthy skin and that healthy glow again. So we love you guys. And to my honey, my American Express card, my right, my left, my front, my back, Mr. Bell, I appreciate you and love you guys. Until next time, y'all keep being the best y'all can be out here, and don't let nobody steal your joy. Peace.
Peace.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC Allsip Chicago, and iNetworks Communication Station.